Hey guys, it's Rich from BilletSPIN. Welcome to the next video, the long-awaited video about the K2. For those of you that have not heard of the K2, this is our brand new top coming to Indiegogo on September 15th of this year. And yeah, really excited. We have 40 different material combinations for you. Yes, 40. Going back old school BilletSPIN when we used to offer just a ton of different combinations for you. Out of those 40, we're going to have 15 standard material combinations and 25 exotics. So you're asking yourself, exotics, Rich, what do you mean by exotic? Well, let me show you. We'll go pretty drastic here. We'll show you the meat and potatoes of what exotic is. So on the right here, you have your standard stainless steel, copper stainless steel top, the most common material in BilletSPIN history. And on your left, you have just the luscious goodness that is Timascus on the outside. And what Timascus is it's 2 layers of titanium, both different grades, and when you heat them, they turn colors at different rates, and so it gives you this really cool, you get blues and golds and purples, and just really neat. And so that's one exotic. And then on the inner disc of this top is also another one, and it's called Mokume. And this is a 3-color Mokume, and you have different layers, hopefully the camera picks them up, of copper, brass, and nickel silver. So the reason that is considered an exotic is because, well, there's not much of it out there. Stainless steel you can pretty much get anywhere. Timascus you can only get from an Alpha Knife Supply, and because of the how difficult it is to make, they just don't offer very much of it. It takes a long time to make. So it's a lot more rare. It's a lot more expensive. It's a lot more difficult to machine. And yeah, it just looks cool as heck. So yeah, material cost of Timascus compared to stainless, I don't know, 200 times more for the material. I don't know, it's a lot, but well worth it because yeah, it just looks so cool. Mokume is the same kind of way. So that's what separates the standards from the exotics. So the exotics are going to cost a lot more. In this particular example, we have the cheapest, or the less expensive of all the K2s in the standards. All standards are going to cost $155 with free shipping. Yes, free shipping, and that is for international buyers as well. Doing my best to take care of you guys. It'll make the project run a lot smoother by having free shipping, and so that'll go for all standards and exotics, domestic and international, free shipping. So hope you enjoy that. We will be selling the K9 spin bases as well, but those will have shipping charges, unfortunately, because they weigh a lot and shipping is astronomical, so we do have to add shipping charges. But as far as the tops go, free shipping on all of them. So let's talk about some things. We're going to get into the design first. We talked about a little bit about the material combinations, but let's talk about the top design, and then we're going to get into some brand new things that we're first introducing on the K2. So we'll start at the top and I'll work our way down. We got a hollow stem, as you can see, and the stem becomes see-through, and when you spin it, I'll just spin it on my junk paper here. You can see the center part of the stem. Yeah, you can see right through it. Really cool effect. It's like the grip is just being suspended up in the air. Really neat. The grip itself, we have a brand new machine out there. We got a couple months ago, and what that machine allows us to do is mill with the side of the end mill, creates these really neat scallops. So this is not a knurl. Each one of these V notches that you can see, try to get you a good view here. But each one is individually machined and gives you a really precise edge. You don't have the mushroomed burrs that you get like in a form knurl. Just a really clean edge. It's just the perfect amount of grip, so it doesn't tear your fingers up, but it really lets you get a great spin. Then we move down to the mouth of the creature. But when we talk about that, let's just go back and do a little BilletSPIN history. The original Kraken, this is called the K2. That's short for Kraken 2. The original Kraken I designed, and my inspiration was a logo that had some triangles that went around the perimeter like this. And once the top was made, I looked at it and said, you know, that kind of looks like the Kraken from Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm a huge fan of Pirates of the Caribbean, you know, right before the Kraken eats Jack Sparrow. It's kind of what it looked like. So this time around, I said, hey, why don't I make a top that looks like that? Instead of having already made the top and saying it kind of looks like that, let's make a top that really genuinely looks like that. So you got these 15 outer teeth, you know, monster fangs. And then on the inner disc here, you have all these different rows of teeth that just make it look like, you know, just awesomeness. Now, a lot of people also said it looks like that Sarlacc pit from, what's that movie, man? I've hardly ever, Star Wars. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, but yeah, it does look like that too. You know, hey, listen, if you got a monster, you know, a soul-eating, flesh-crunching, bone, you know, gnawing monster, they all kind of are going to have mouths that look like this. So, yeah, anyway. One guy said, hey, it looks like a flower. No, it doesn't look like a flower, dude. It's a monster, man. It's a monster. That's what the thing is. If it looks like a flower to you, that's great. But yeah, monster what I was after. So anyways, that's what the fangs are all about. Very three-dimensional depth on that. If we can really get in there and see just how deep the dish is in there. A lot of 3D effect on there. Moving on to the outer collar, we have some really cool scallops, aggressive scallops on the outside, as well as these portals. And the portals are milled through the outer collar and into the inner disc. So through the stainless, you can see the collar, the copper color that you have here. Really, really cool. I know with the lighting, it's probably hard to see that, but yeah, you'll see it more in the pictures there. But anyway, the bottom, yeah, very unique bottom. Never done anything quite like that before. Very, very three-dimensional. Hard to show on video, but yeah, the steps there are very deep. And then we have a ceramic 1/8" diameter ceramic ball for you. And some decent clearance, so it's pretty easy to spin. And it's not going to give you the greatest spin times. The samples that I've got out there, one of the guys is getting around 10 minutes. I think on average you're going to be seeing, you know, probably 8 minutes for you brand new spinners, probably around 7 minutes, you know. But, you know, you keep practicing, you can get her up to that 10-minute range. So that's what we got. You've seen that one before. Now let's get into some of the new stuff. And boom, I'm going to start out with this guy right here. Brand new. First time I've ever done it. This is a stainless steel outer with a flamed tungsten inner disc stainless steel stem. Yeah, it's blue. It looks awesome. You know, in watches you have that those blue hands. I can't remember what they call that. Jim Skelton. I'm trying to channel Jim Skelton right now, and I just can't. Furnace blue or something. Man, he's going to give me a hard time over that. But anyways, that's kind of the blue that it looks like. Really, really cool shade of blue. And so what happens is after we machine the inner disc, we assemble it, and then we do the ball side. And so the ball side is silver. And I love that. I love that kind of like two-tone look to it. It just looks awesome. I think this is going to be a huge seller. It is exotic, so the price is higher than on the standard material, but you got the weight, you got the blue, just really, really cool look to it. So yeah, and the blue does show through the portals on this one, and it'll just be silver on the bottom. So that's brand new. Next, how about a couple? How about a Damascus? We have several variations of these. And obviously I don't have time to show you all the combos, and I want you to be surprised for the Indiegogo. But this is a brand new thing. We use the Damascus on the outer collar. Never been done before on a 3-piece top by BilletSPIN, where we used the Damascus for the outer collar. We've always used it for the inner disc. And so yeah, really cool look. The basket weave, this is basket weave Damascus, and it is dark, man. I mean, it's like, oops, it is a really dark color, and it just looks sinister. Really, really cool look. You can see the pattern there. Hold it in the light, and that's called basket weave. It's got a tungsten copper inner disc and a titanium, flame titanium stem. Now you might be asking, what's the difference between tungsten copper and regular copper? Well, let me show you. This is your regular copper. This is your tungsten copper. Tungsten copper is harder, it's more durable. Doesn't quite have the sheen or the copper color that, you know, just tellurium copper has. But it's heavier. Your top will spin longer because of it, and you know, it's just got a different look. It will patina, a little bit different than your normal copper, but yeah, if you want that extra heft and feel to it, you know, this is the way to go. So this is a new thing, having that Damascus for the outer collar. I hope you guys like it. It's on the top and the bottom, so it goes all the way through. Now we have another Damascus. This is a brand new Damascus that we have never used from Vegas Forge. It's a stainless steel Damascus. All the stainless that we're using here, or all the Damascus is stainless steel. But anyway, this is called Honeycomb, and it looks similar to razor wire, but a little bit different. I think much cooler, easier to work with. I just love this stuff, and I look forward to using it on more tops. Now, here's the deal. Any of the models that have a Damascus inner disc, okay? It's a three-piece top. You have an outer collar, an inner disc, and a stem. And anytime we use Damascus for the inner disc on the K2, we're going to have made the entire top, and then we're going to etch it. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, it means that the etching is going to turn the stainless to a matte finish. This is, let's see, this is an unetched stainless. The etching is done for the Damascus, but it gives the stainless a matte finish. So you can see how shiny the unetched is compared to the etched. I love the matte finish, especially with this monster theme. It looks really, really cool. It's like a gunmetal type of look, and I just absolutely love it. But so the stainless is going to look different on any Damascus where the Damascus is used for the inner disc, just so you know. All right, let's get into Mokume. I love this stuff, and this is brand new. This one here. This is a two-color Mokume, and we've used it for the outer collar, and that's never been done before by BilletSPIN. So yeah, really cool. Now you say, well, hey, what's the difference? Okay, this is a three-color Mokume. This is a two-color Mokume. The Mokume on this one is done on the inner disc. You can see that it looks a little bit more brass looking compared to the two color, and the reason that is because in the two color you have folds of nickel, silver, and copper, whereas in the three color you have brass, copper, and nickel, silver. So you have more of that brass look, and so yeah, you're going to get it both ways. You're going to have some combos that have the Mokume for the outer and for the inner, but you won't have any where we use it in both, where you have a Mokume outer and a Mokume inner. We use standard materials for the other parts of it, but really cool option when this patinas. The copper and the brass are really gonna change colors, and it's just going to look amazing. I can't wait to see them. So this one is going to be the two-color Mokume, a copper inner and a stainless steel stem to match the nickel silver pattern on the outside, and this one has got your three-color inner and with your brass and your copper and your nickel silver with a copper stem. Just looks really cool. So that's what we got. Oh, and then let's talk about our Damascus one here. I know we talked about it a little bit in the beginning, but yeah, Damascus folded titanium alpha knife supply flame titanium stem with a three-color Mokume center. Yeah, that is cool, man. I gots to have me one of those. So yeah, you know, the Damascus is lighter, so you're not going to quite get the spin times on this, but it's not about spin times with this beauty. This is just something I could just stare at. So anyways, that's what we got. That's the K2. Price ranges are going to go from the 155 to the 400, like I said, and anywhere in between. Yeah. Oh, one other thing let's talk about here. Let's see here. When we get into tungsten, most of you know this. You have straight tungsten, you have copper tungsten, okay? The problem with those two materials is that they are extremely dense, extremely heavy, and the weight is, you know, there's material variations in each piece. And so tungsten is a lot more prone to wobble. Now, tungsten copper is not as prone to wobble, but when you can expect there to be a flutter with any top that has the tungsten or the tungsten copper in it, and there's just nothing I can personally do about that. It's in the material itself. So if you want the look of it, if you want the feel of it, the heaviness of it, it comes with a little bit of a price. Some of them might run dead perfect. other ones, you're definitely going to see a flutter there, and that's just part of it. I just want you to know that going into it. But yeah, you can't beat the feel and the weight of that is just something really, really impressive. So anyways, that's the K2 coming September 15th. Really appreciate all your guys' support. Listen, seriously, from my family, from our company, from our employees, I just want to say thank you. I think that this project is going to be epic. The feedback that I have gotten is just off the charts, and I am so excited to release this to the world. And so I just want to say thank you. You guys mean so much to me, and the support that you've given us. And I just, so love you guys. That's all I got for the feels. But anyway, have a wonderful day. We'll see ya.